Part 17. We are going to continue with sequences. You will find this on page 126 in the Namibian Mathematics Grade 9 textbook, y equals mx plus c to success. We are going to focus on finding the nth term of the sequence. Consider the sequence of positive even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is the first term, second, third, fourth, fifth. This is the nth until n. Okay, so hence the general term of the sequence is 2 times n. So basically, I'm just taking the value of n and I times 2. Take the value of n, which is 2, times 2 is 4. Take the value of n times 2 is 6. So it's 2 times n. So hence the general term of the sequence is Tn equals 2n. Note, n is a variable. For example, by substituting different values of n, we are able to generate the terms of the sequence. For example, the 34th term of the sequence is given by T34. We write the n there. And then in the place of n, we just substitute 34. And if we multiply it, we get 68. Okay, let's look at example 28. Write down the nth term of the sequence, 5, 9, 13. 5, 9, 13. Okay, so we must find the formula. So pattern, multiply n by 4 and add 1 every time. So basically, we first find what is the difference. The difference is 4. So I'm adding 4 every time. So we're going to first put the 4 there. So 1 times 4, it's 4. But what must I do to get to 5? I plus 1. Let's test it. 2 times n, so 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So we are taking n, we multiply it with 4, and we add 1. That's what we are doing. So what will the formula be, or the nth term be? Tn equals 4n plus 1. Okay. I want you to stop the video, and I want you to do try now 28. Try to get the nth term of this sequence. Okay. Let's start. Now, we can do the same as in the previous one. I think we're going to do. So, let's just make a table. Just in the beginning to help you. Okay. So, here is my table. Okay. So, if this is going to be my in-between. Okay. Okay. So, basically, this is going to be n, and this is going to be Tn. So, let's just write down the sequence. If I write, so it was 5, 8, 11. Okay, what you must do to see what they are adding every time. Every time they add what? 3. So, 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Okay, so remember, this is term 1. This is 2. This is 3. So, let me show you. So take that and multiply by that 3. So if you multiply that 3, you get 3. But your answer must be 5. So what will I do? I will add 2. Now let's see if it's working with this one. So multiply with that 3. And let's see if we add 2. So 6 plus 2, that's going to work. That's 8. So multiply by that 3. And then add 2. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11. So basically, I'm actually taking n, and then I multiply it by 3, and then I add 2. So if I want to have that formula, I'm going to write that formula as Tn equals 3n, because n times 3 is 3n plus 2. And that's my nth term. That is my formula. Okay, so let's go through the next one. Write down the formula to determine y in terms of x. So basically, instead of calling it n and tn, they just call it x and y. But the method is exactly the same. Let's just move up a little bit. Okay, so again, this is term 1, 2, 3. And this is the sequence, 1, 3, 5. So what are they doing every time? They add 2. So take 1 and multiply 2. then you get 2. What must you do to get 1? You subtract 1. Let's see if it's working. Multiply 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6, minus 1, it's 5. So what are they doing? They say 2x instead of n, we just say x, and they subtract 1. Okay. I want you to do the following. I want you to do, try now 29. Oh, let's just mark it. And just do number 1. And it's exactly the same in terms of x and y. Okay. You can stop the video, and as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. Okay. So basically, I think we're going to do the same. Let's work with a table. In the beginning, it's going to help you. You can always make use of it. It doesn't matter. Okay. So this is going to just be x, and this is going to be y. Now, my pattern is going to be 1, 5, 9, 13. Now, don't forget that n, this is my terms. So this is 1, 2, 3. Now let's just do this. Let's make it smaller first. Let's just write the 1 here that I can. Okay, so first, what are they adding every time? They add 4. Can you see? Okay, I forgot to write that one. That was 4. Okay, so let's go and say we multiply 4. Now, if you say 1 times 4, that's 4, but you must get 1. So what must we do? We must subtract 3. Let's see if it's working with the next one. So I multiply 4. Let's see if it's working. So this is 8, and 8 minus 3, that's going to be 5. Let's do it again. Multiply 4 and subtract 3. So that's 12 minus 3. And I think it's going to keep on working. So multiply 4 minus 3. So if I want to see what are they doing, they take x and they multiply it by 4 and they subtract 3. So if I want to find y, it's 4x, okay, and then every time subtract 3. And there is the formula to find y. Okay, let's go on. Now, this is a few general patterns which you must memorize. It's going to help you. It's not adding or subtracting. So if you see the pattern 1, 4, 9, 16, 20, remember that square numbers. Now, if you see the pattern 2, 5, 10, can you see it's one more than the square numbers? So it's not n squared, it's n squared plus 1. And if it's 1, compare there, 0. Compare there, 3. Compare there, 8. It's 1 less than square numbers, so it's square numbers minus 1. This one, it's square numbers, but it's not starting at 1. It's starting with the second one. So what did they do? They first add 1, and then they square it. And if it's starting with 0, and then you start with the first one, the second term, then they first subtract 1, and then they square it. And if you see this pattern, 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, that's cube numbers. And again, the same. Okay, yes, they can also play around with this one. So if you see one less or one more, just do exactly the same as there. Okay, but if you see 2, 4, 8, 16, they multiply by 2. So then it's not multiply by 2, because it's 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4. So it's 2 to the power of n. This is the same. 3, 9, 20. So it's 3 to the power 1, 3 to the power 2, 3 to the power 3, 3 to the power 4. So it's 3 to the power n. If you get 14, 16, 64, 256, then it's now just 4 to the power 1, 4 to the power 2, 4 to the power 3. Okay. And then triangular numbers. Remember it like this. It's 1, 3, 6, 10, 15. Oh, this is having a difficult formula. So it's going to be n plus 1 times n divide 2. But as soon as you see this, because it's 1 and then 3 dots, and every time they just add a row. Can you see? And so if you see 1, 3, 6, 10, remember that it's triangular numbers. Okay. I want you to do try now 30, and I want you to do number 2. You can stop the video, and as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. Okay, let's start. Try now of 30, and we're going to start with number 2a. The nth term of the sequence of a number is this. So they're giving me the formula. Okay. Now, they're going to go on. Write down the first 4 terms of this sequence. Now, all that you do is you substitute for the first term, you substitute 1. So, T1 will be 1 squared plus 3, and that's 1 plus 3, which is 4. So, T2 will be 2 squared plus 3, and that will be 4 plus 3, which will be 7. And T3 will be 3 squared plus 3, which is 9 plus 3. Let's just see. 3 times 3, it's 9. Plus 3, it's going to be 12. How many terms? First 4. So T4 is going to be 4 squared plus 3, and that's going to be 16, 17, 18, 19. So the first 4 terms will be 4, so therefore 4, 7, 12, and 19. Okay, that was number A. Number B. Find the 7th term of this sequence, whose nth term. Okay, so they're giving you another formula. Just write it down. And now the 7th term will just be, okay, let's just write it like this, T7. So it's 3, 7 minus 1, which is 21 minus 1. So the answer is going to be 20. Okay. And then number C, okay, let's just do this one. I'm just going to write it here. Let's just get the pen correct. Okay. The first 4 terms of another sequence is 0, 3, 8, 15. Okay. Write down an expression in terms of n for the nth term of this sequence. Now, can you remember? 0, 3, 8, 15. It's 1 less than square numbers, so it's just going to be Tn, and it's n squared minus 1. Because can you see? It should have been square numbers, should have been 1, 4, 9, 16. Okay, so know your patterns that you can write down the formula. Okay, let's do the last one. Let's just go through this. Look at this arrangement of the numbers. It's known as the Pascal's triangle. Can you see how each row is formed? So it's 1, 1, 1. And then they add this 2 up. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. And then 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 1, 4. And so they go on. So if I'm going to find, so can I just show you here? So every time it's just 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So basically, if I want to find this one, so basically just check here. I'm going to say 1 plus 5, that's 6. 5 plus 10, it's 15. 10 plus 10, 20. 10 plus 5, 15. 5 plus 1, 6. This is 7. This is 21. This two add up, 35. Okay. Is it? Yes, it's going to be 35. There's a mistake. That must be 35. This must also be 35. Okay. So this is 35. This is 21. This is 7. Okay. And basically they just ask you complete the lines. What is the sum of the numbers in the 9th line? Okay, we'll just check here. It's 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So just compare it like this. Can I just show you this? So compare it like this. Okay. We just want to find the rows. So 1 times 2 is 2. Okay, can I show you? 2 times 2 is 4. Okay. So basically it's going to be 2 to the, it's rather going to be like this. Oh, let's just get our pen correct. This is 2 to the power 0. This is 2 to the power 1, because that's 2. This is 2 to the power 2, that's 4. This is 2 to the power 3, that's going to be 8. 2 to the power 4, 16. So it's 2 to the power 9, which is 512. And what is the sum of the nth line? So it's just 2 to the power n. It's just a formula that I write down. Okay. Again, I want you to stop the video and I want you to do this whole one. I'm just going to move it up that you can see it nicely. Okay. As soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. Okay, I'm going to start. So it's try now. And that's 31. Okay. So basically, each diagram is dots. Draw a diagram with number 5 of the sequence. So just get the pattern. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the next one is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And this one, it's 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 6. Let's rather go like this. 6. Okay. And now I can just basically complete this. Okay. I think it's better to get it correct like this. So it's just going to be completed. So it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 7. But this is going to be diagram 5. Okay. Let's go on. I'm just going to make space. Let's just get it bigger. Okay. So if I make space, then just go on. Copy and complete the table below. So what was the table? When it was, okay, so diagram number, this is number of dots. So every time you just count the dots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this one is going to be 14. Okay, let's just fill it in here. 14. Okay, and then this one is going to be 18. This one, so what, see the pattern. Every time they just add 4. Okay, by considering number of patterns without drawing further diagrams in diagram 10. So let's just see if in diagram 10, if we continue with this, you can even, okay, let's see if we can find a pattern. 2 times 5, 3 times. Okay, so it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if it's difficult for you to see the formula, we will now look at it, then just continue this. So if you're going to add 4, you are going to get 26. Then you're going to get 30. Then 34. Then 38. And then this is going to be 42. So number C, it's going to be 42. Okay. So if I'm looking at this one, then basically, can I just show you quickly the formula? So every time I'm adding 4, let's first get the formula. So if I add 4, so let's make it like this. We multiply by 4, so it's 4, and then we add 2. So let's see if it's working. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 2. So I can already see that the formula, I'm just going to write it here. So it's 4n plus 2. Let's see if it's working for this one. So if it was 4 times 10, it's 40 plus 2, it's 42. So if I'm asking you this one then, second one, it's just going to be, let's just work, 4, and it's going to be 500 plus 2. That's going to give me an answer of 202. That is T500. Okay. And then write down the number of diagrams that has 70 dots. Now, it's actually just taking that formula. Oh, sorry. I'm just going to use a white. It's just taking that formula, and I want to get the value of n. So if I put 70 here and I solve the equation, So what is 70 minus 2? 70 minus 2 is going to be 68. Then I divide 4 and I divide 4. So to get n, okay, so just press on your calculator, what is 68 divided by 4? That's going to give you on the dot 17. So write down the number of diagrams that have 70 dots. That is going to be 17. So the value of D is going to be 17. And then the last one, which is number E, the number of dots in die is denoted by x. Write an equation that expresses x in terms of n. So basically, it's just exactly that formula. So it's just x equals 4n plus 2. It's just the nth term of the sequence.